Welcome to this edition of Connections. I'm Kristi with the Community Foundation, and today I've got Mari Bunney joining me. Some of the best conversations happen around your kitchen counter, so we're in the Finkbein Mansion at the kitchen counter today to have a really important conversation about giving back, and specifically about family traditions or how to teach your children the importance of giving back. Mari, I know that you have a huge heart for giving, which is one of the reasons I asked you to be here today, but also I know you've got small children, and I know that teaching them the importance of giving back is important to you and your family. What are some strategies that you've put into place already with small children?
Well, one of the things we started doing a couple years ago when they started getting an allowance was encouraging them to separate their allowance money into 3 categories. And so they have jars that say give, save, and spend on them. And so it was a great way to start teaching them at a young age that money they get is not just to spend all at once on themselves. It's also important that they give, and to save as well.
Exactly. You also get together with friends, I know. And what are other moms saying about teaching their kids how to give back?
Yeah, so it's a great conversation to have with mom friends. I think most of us moms really do want to encourage this spirit of giving in our kids. And one of the things that we uncovered recently was that many of us have started seed funds at the Community Foundation that we're excited to someday sit around the kitchen table with our kids and talk about where we want to give that money to from those funds, and hopefully inspire them to start their own with their families someday too.
Yeah, that's like a savings account for your charitable giving. For sure. You know, as kids get older, I've had some donors with donor advised funds have some really interesting strategies. These were grandparents who every year had like $1,000 that they wanted to give their grandkids to be able to give to a charitable cause. But they actually had them go out and do research. They came and interviewed us as staff at the Community Foundation about community needs. They went on site visits.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it was like they had to present a report to their grandparents. But it was a great way to teach them about the research that you should do as you're getting to know nonprofit organizations and the needs in your community.
Oh, I love
Another strategy that works. You told me a story earlier today that I'll call the shoebox story. Do you mind sharing that story?
Oh yeah, I would love to. So one of the traditions we started a few years ago was packing shoeboxes through an organization called Operation Christmas Child. And what they do is they send all these shoeboxes overseas to impoverished countries to kids that wouldn't otherwise get anything for Christmas. And one day last year, we had those shoeboxes sitting on our kitchen table, and a friend of ours came over and asked us, "Where did you get that shoebox from?" And I started to explain to her the mission and purpose of Operation Christmas Child, and she interrupted me and said, "No, you don't understand. I got one of those when I was 5 years old living in Bosnia right after the war ended, and it was the first Christmas present I ever got." And I was floored, and it still to this day makes me so happy and like a renewed sense of purpose for participating in that and giving.
Exactly. I love that story. And you know, as you are heading into the holidays and you've got some extra time to use, please consider volunteering with your family. Get out there and get to know our community, get to know the nonprofit organizations. There's no better way to teach your kids the importance of giving back than to show them the need in this community and the impact they can have through their service, through their financial resources, and through being together as a family and learning about it. Speaking of that, the Community Foundation has a giving guide that we've created that can help you as a family come together, identify your areas of interest, put together a mission statement for your giving, and have that really important kitchen counter conversation. Go to our website, DesMoinesFoundation.org, where you can find a link to download this. Give us a call, we'll send one to you, or stop by and pick one up at the Finkbein Mansion. Get this in front of your family throughout the holidays and really make this a tradition that you care about as a family. Thanks for joining us today, and let's continue to give back.